Have you ever paused to wonder if that daily shower you've sworn by your whole life, the one you thought kept you fresh, clean, and healthy, might be doing more harm than good after 70? What if that steamy rinse or long soak in the tub, your go-to for washing the day away, is quietly drying out your skin, draining your energy, or even setting you up for a dangerous fall? It's a surprising thought. For years, we've been taught that more bathing means better hygiene. But as we age, the rules shift, and the truth might just catch you off guard. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on how often seniors really need to bathe, and trust me, it's not what you've always heard. We'll dive into thinner skin, hidden health risks, and a fresh take on what clean means after 70. Stick with us to the end, because we're sharing 7 eye-cleansing facts that could transform how you or your loved ones approach personal care. Plus, you'll discover one expert trick to stay fresh and healthy without ever stepping into a slippery bathroom. It's so simple, you'll wish you'd known it sooner. And missing it could mean missing out on a safer, more comfortable life. Before we dive in, I'd love for you to give this video a thumbs up. It helps spread these aging insights far and wide. Not subscribed yet? Hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss a tip. If you enjoy this, comment 1 below. If not, drop a 0 to help me make better videos for you. Let's get started. In a world where clean often means frequent showers, here's a surprising truth for folks like 76-year-old Henry. Bathing less after 70 can actually strengthen your defenses against infections. This isn't guesswork, it's science. Backed by studies in places like the New England Journal of Medicine, researchers found a striking pattern. Seniors who cut back on bathing had fewer skin tears. Those tiny but risky rips that seem minor but can lead to big trouble, unlike the tough, quick-healing skin of youth. Aging skin is paper-thin and slow to mend. For Henry, these tears heal at a snail's pace, due to weaker blood flow, a less robust immune system, and slower cell turnover. Hallmarks of aging, these open wounds become entry points for bacteria like Staphylococcus, or usage in life-threatening infections like sepsis in severe cases. The link lies in how water and soap affect aging skin. Frequent baths, especially with hot water, erode the lipid layer, a delicate shield of fats and oils that hold skin cells together and locks in moisture. Harsh soaps worsen this by breaking down proteins like keratin, leaving skin brittle and prone to splitting at the slightest tug, like pulling on a sweater or brushing against a rough towel. Scrubbing, a common habit to feel clean, adds stress, further weakening the skin structure. Over time, this wash and dry cycle creates a battlefield of micro-torture, each a potential gateway for germs. But seniors like Henry who bathe less, say, every other day or 2 to 3 times a week, give their skin a chance to hold on to its armor. Spot cleaning with a damp cloth for areas like the armpits, or Grin keeps things fresh without a full rinse. The benefits go beyond dodging infections. Fewer tears mean less pain, fewer doctor visits, and a lower risk of complications that could land Henry in the hospital. Huge considerations for seniors with limited mobility or resources. Aging is a journey we all take, and for someone like 74-year-old Betty, crossing the 74 mark brings profound changes to her skin that shift how it looks and feels. Decades of research from places like the University of Pittsburgh and UC San Francisco reveal what's happening. As we age, skin thins dramatically. The outer layer, the epidermis, loses its density, while the dermis beneath weakens as collagen, even the oil glands, which once kept Betty's skin soft and plump, pump out far less. Sweat glands dial back too, leaving her skin less able to hold moisture. The result? A complexion that's drier, more fragile, and far less protected than in her younger days. For seniors, like Betty, the daily bath, especially with hot water, harsh soaps, or long soaks, can turn this vulnerability into a serious health concern. Each shower strips away the skin's scarce protective oils, leaving it exposed and defenseless. Dermatologists warn, this doesn't just cause a bit of discomfort, it sparks a cascade of trouble. First comes dryness, a tight, prickly feeling that can escalate to relentless itching as the skin's weakened barrier gets irritated. In worst cases, a condition called ectryas, Greek for dry, takes over, turning skin rough and scaly, sometimes cracking painfully with every move. These cracks aren't minor. They can bleed, inviting infections or worsening conditions like dermatitis. Beyond the physical toll, overbathing hits quality of life hard. Picker Betty's frustration, as constant itching keeps her up at night, or flaky skin snags on her sweater all day. For those with arthritis or mobility challenges, daily bathing is already a chore. Adding skin damage just makes it tougher. Studies show hot water speeds up the harm by dissolving lipids, the fatty compounds that shield the skin, while alkaline soaps throw off its use to pH, ideally around 4.5 to 5.5. For Betty, this isn't about looks or minor discomfort. It's a real health risk. Damaged skin struggles to fend off bacteria, fungi, or allergens, raising the odds of infections or worsening chronic wounds like ulcers. What started as a welcoming hygiene habit could quietly chip away at her resilience, giving her every reason to rethink how often she steps into the shower. If this resonates, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're here. Not subscribed? Hit that button and turn on the bell to catch every video. Your support keeps us sharing content to inform and inspire. Let's move on. For someone like 78-year-old Clara, the bathroom isn't just a place to freshen up. It's a potential hazard zone, and daily showers crank up the danger. The American Geriatric Society has sounded the alarm. Falls are a top cause of injury and even death for older adults. The numbers tell a stark story. Per the CDC, over 1 in 4 folks over 65 take a tumble each year, leading to millions of ER visits, countless broken bones, and far too many lives lost. For those past 70, like Clara, the risk skyrockets as muscles weaken, reflexes slow, and conditions like arthritis, neuropathy, or osteoporosis chip away at balance. Wet, slippery surfaces, think glossy tiles slick with soap, or a tub's smooth enamel. 2 straightened baths amplify this peril in ways you might not notice at first. Every shower means navigating a gauntlet, stepping over a tub's edge, balancing on one leg to get in, or easing out while dripping wet. Steamy fog clouding vision, the wooziness of heat, or the exhaustion of standing too long, and the chance of a misstep soars. The American Geriatric Society points out that bathing often aligns with peak fatigue, groggy mornings or weary evenings, piling on the risk. A fall here isn't just a bruise or a scare. It could mean a broken hip, a head injury, or a cascade of complications that steal independence. By contrast, cutting back to bathing once or twice a week, paired with sponge baths or sink washes for key spots, slashes high-grade bathroom trips by half or more. The trade-off is clear. Spotless hygiene pales next to staying safe. A bit of dirt or a faint odor is no match for the threat of a fractured femur or concussion. For seniors like Clara, living alone or with limited help, practical fixes like grab bars, non-slip mats, or seated showers help. But fewer baths tackle the root issue. Less time in the danger zone, fewer chances to slip. Studies back this up. Prevention strategies that cut unnecessary risks lead to real drops in injuries for older adults. Choosing safety over an arbitrary daily hygiene rule isn't just smart. It's a life-saving shift that puts well-being first. Might sound surprising, but for someone like 77-year-old Arthur, his body has a remarkable self-cleaning system that works without a single drop of water or speck of soap. This isn't some trendy fad. It's biology, perfected over millions of years. Far from being a blank canvas, Arthur's skin is a living ecosystem, buzzing with bacteria. Together, these keep it healthy, resilient, and believe it or not, pretty clean. For seniors, whose skin already grapples with age-related fragility, overbathing disrupts this finely tuned machine, washing away the very allies that protect it. Cutting back on showers lets Arthur's body do its job, proving sometimes nature knows best. At the heart of this is the skin's microbiome, a lively community of microbiaries, like bacteria, fungi, and even tiny mice that call it home. These aren't germs to scrub away. Many, like Cutibacterium, acnes, and Staphylococcus epidermidis, are partners. They munch on dead skin, sweat, and excess oils, breaking them down harmlessly while crowding out nasty pathogens. These good bacteria also churn out anti-microbiome compounds. Think mini chemical shields warring off troublemakers like Staphylococcus. Orgus go to a common hops or lazorus, and likewise go to a common porcelain, Sanophilian. Meanwhile, sebum, the oily coating from Arthur's glands, forms a protective film, locking in moisture and repelling dirt. Dead skin cells slough off naturally in a process called desquamation, taking grime with them. This trio of micropoisons, oils, and cell turnover keeps Arthur's skin in a dynamic balance. No scrubbing needed. Frequent bathing, though, throws this system out of whack. Hot water strips away sebum, leaving skin parched and vulnerable. Harsh soaps, with their high pH, wipe out people's bacteria, upsetting the microbiome and paving the way for irritation or infection. For seniors like Arthur, with less oil production and fading microbial diversity, overwashing can tip the scales from healthy to harm. Studies in journals like the Journal of Investigative Dermatology show excessive washing is linked to more dryness, eczema flare-ups, and even allergic reactions. Signs of a system gone haywire. Bathing just a few times a week, maybe with gentle, pH-balanced cleansers, lets the skin find its groove. Worried about odor? A quick wipe down of sweaty spots like the armpits or groin does the trick. Leaving the rest of Arthur's body to its approach isn't just practical, it's freeing. It eases the physical demands of bathing, preserves Arthur's skin, and aligns with how his body was built to work. History backs this up. Humans thrived for centuries with minimal bathing, leaning on nature's toolkit long before daily showers became a 20th century norm. Today, Arthur can tap into that resilience, trusting his body to maintain a baseline of cleanliness and health. A payoff? Less irritated, better calloused skin that's ready to stand guard, proof that stepping back from soap can be a step forward for well-being. If this clicks, drop a 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. Not subscribed? Hit that button and turn on the bell to catch every video. Your support keeps us sharing content to inform and inspire. Let's keep going. Get ready for a revelation that flips everything you've learned about hygiene. Top experts in geriatrics and dermatology now say seniors like 73-year-old Margaret should bathe just once or twice a week. This isn't about neglecting cleanliness or letting standards slip. It's a smart, science-court shift tailored to the unique needs of aging skin and body. Far from carelessness, this approach shows a growing understanding that too much washing can do more harm than good for those over 70. It's a bold break from the daily shower mantra baked into modern life, but it's gaining ground as science reveals what truly keeps us healthy in later years. This advice comes from trusted voices, dermatologists, geriatric specialists, and researchers, including guidelines from the American Academy of Dermatology and insights from places like Johns Hopkins University. They stress that frequent bathing isn't a one-size-fits-all myth. As we've seen, aging skin, thinner, drier, and less oily, is easily damaged by water and soap. But this goes beyond skin. It's about matching hygiene to a senior's overall condition. Experts emphasize that bathing frequency should hinge on personal factors: activity level, health, and comfort. Margaret, a retiree who spends most days indoors, produces far less sweat and grime than a young athlete or even a senior who hikes daily. Someone with incontinence or chronic wounds might need spot cleaning, but a full soak? Not so much. This personalized approach dismantles the outdated idea that daily baths are the gold standard. That rule, rooted more in 20th century soap ads pushing freshness than medical need, doesn't hold up for seniors like Margaret. The evidence is clear. Studies link overbathing to higher rates of skin breakdown, irritation, and even pressure sores in frail adults, while less frequent washing protects the skin's iridentive. Practically, bathing once or twice a week, paired with washcloth cleaners for spots like the face, hands, or groin, keeps hygiene in check without the toll of a full rinse. Experts note that odor, often the biggest push for frequent baths, can be handled with minimal effort. A dab of deodorant, a quick wipe, or fresh clothes does the job. This isn't about shortcuts, it's about adapting wisely to what the body needs, proving less can be more when guided by science and common sense. Bathing might seem like a simple task, but for seniors like 75-year-old Edith, it's a grueling challenge that takes a heavy toll after 70. The Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, shines a light on this often overlooked truth, detailing how the act of washing can sap energy, stress aging bodies, and even trigger debilitating symptoms. What felt routine in youth, stepping into a shower, standing under a stream, or climbing out of a tub, turns into a marathon for Edith as muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and stamina fades. Cutting back on baths doesn't just protect skin or reduce falls, it saves precious energy, transforming bath time from a draining chore into a manageable ritual. The physical demands of bathing are complex, and JAMA breaks them down with sobering clarity. Standing for 10 or 15 minutes under warm water can strain the heart, especially for seniors like Edith, with heart conditions or poor circulation. The heat widens blood vessels, potentially dropping blood pressure and leaving her dizzy or lightheaded, a recipe for fainting on slippery tiles. Then there's breathing. Those with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, poorly controlled by weakened lungs, might struggle with steamy air, gasping through what should be a calming moment. For the millions of seniors with arthritis, nearly half of those over 65, per the CDC, every thrust of moving moves Edith's achy joints, making bathing a gauntlet of pain. Even stepping in and out of a tub demands balance and strength that may be shaky, especially if neuropathy dulls sensation in her feet. The aftermath is just as tough, toweling off, drying hard dress spots, and dressing zap what little energy remains. JAMA notes cases where seniors like Edith are so wiped out they need to rest, derailing their day, skipping a walk, missing meal prep, or dozing instead of visiting friends. For those with frailty or chronic fatigue, chipping away at independence, contrast this with a lighter schedule. Bathing once or twice a week, maybe with a shower chair or handheld nozzle to ease the strain. This saves Edith's energy for what matters: playing with grandkids, tending her garden, or just enjoying the day. Studies confirm the perks. Less frequent bathing is linked to fewer reports of fatigue and better mood among seniors, showing energy conservation boosts both. For Edith, scaling back isn't giving up. It's a savvy choice to reclaim vitality and keep bath time from becoming a battle. If this hits home, drop a 3 in the comments to let me know you're here. Not subscribed? Hit that button and turn on the bell to catch every video. Your support keeps us sharing content to inform and inspire. Let's move on. Here's the biggest game changer for someone like 71-year-old. Walter hygiene doesn't mean a full bath, and for seniors, that's incredibly freeing news. The idea that daily soaks are the only path to cleanliness is an outdated myth, not a universal truth. Modern alternatives prove Walter can stay fresh, healthy, and dignified without ever stepping into a shower or tub. Wet wipes, hand washing, oral care, fresh clothes, and regular grooming form a smart, tailored toolkit that sidesteps the risks of frequent bathing while keeping him comfortable and confident. This isn't about lowering the bar. It's about redefining it to fit the realities of aging, showing that effective hygiene is less about water and more about strategic personal choices. Let's break down the options, each a powerhouse in its own right. Wet wipes, those pre-mimosan wonders, offer a quick, gentle way to clean key spots like the armpits, groin, or face where sweat and bacteria gather. They're kind to fragile skin, need no rinsing, and spare Walter the need to balance in a slippery space. Hand washing, a cornerstone of germ fighting, tackles dirt and bacteria where they're most likely touching doorknobs. Food or faces without dragging his whole body through a wash. One floor of action in mouthwash. I feel a fine combination of breath flossing and a swish of mouthwash. Banish. Odor calls to flash and health and clean clothes. Light, breathable fabrics swap daily. Wick away moisture and odor, while a quick comb conveniently or wipe down of his hair keeps him looking sharp. Add targeted fixes like deodorant or a spritz of body mist, and Walter's got a routine that delivers without the grind of a full rinse. This approach isn't just convenient, it's a lifeline for seniors facing physical or environmental hurdles. Picture Walter at 79, with shaky hands or creaky knees. Wrestling a shower head or climbing into a tub feels daunting, but wiping down with a cloth or slipping on a fresh shirt, that's doable. In colder climates where wet hair and chilly bathrooms invite colds, or worse, dry shampoo, or a warm washcloth beats a full bath every time. Research backs this shift. Studies in geriatric nursing show seniors using these bathing alternatives feel just as clean and socially confident as daily bathers, with fewer skin issues or fatigue. It's a dignity-quieting strategy, especially for those with caregivers, empowering Walter to maintain hygiene on his terms, not a rigid one-size-fits-all schedule. Hygiene, it turns out, is less about soap suds and more about what works for him, making it a flexible, low-cost art seniors can master with ease. For seniors, like 80-pound Dorothy, daily bathing can aggravate chronic skin conditions, turning a well-covered hygiene routine into a source of discomfort and distress. As we age, conditions like eczema, psoriasis, or dermatitis become more common. And aging skin, already thinner and drier, is less equipped to handle them. Research from the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology Highlights a critical issue. Frequent washing, especially with hot water or harsh soaps, can strip away the skin's contract defenses, triggering flare-ups that make these conditions worse. Dorothy's skin, with its reduced oil production and weakened barrier, is especially vulnerable. Hot showers dissolve the lipids that help lock in moisture, while alkaline soaps disrupt the skin's vital pH, leaving it irritated and inflamed. For someone with eczema, this can mean red, itchy patches that burn with every bath. Psoriasis sufferers might see their scaly plaques worsen, while dermatitis can flare into painful rashes. These flare-ups aren't just uncomfortable. They can crack the skin, inviting infections or disrupting sleep and daily routine. The emotional toll is heavy too. Dorothy, who takes pride in her appearance, might feel embarrassed or frustrated when her skin flares, avoiding social outings or struggling with constant discomfort. Frequent bathing, meant to keep her clean, can instead trap her in a cycle of irritation and distress, undermining her confidence and well-being. Consider Dorothy's experience. At 80, she's dealt with mild eczema for years, but daily showers started making it worse. Her skin reddened and itched fiercely after each rinse. She thought more bathing would help, but a dermatologist explained that overwashing was the culprit. Dorothy switched to bathing twice a week, using a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser and moisturizing right after. She also relied on wet wipes for quick cleanup. These changes calmed her skin, reducing flare-ups and restoring her comfort. This isn't about neglecting hygiene. It's about adapting to what aging skin needs. Cutting back on baths, paired with mild products and targeted cleaning, protects Dorothy's skin from worsening conditions. Studies show that less frequent bathing reduces irritation and infection risks for seniors with chronic skin issues, improving both comfort and quality of life. By bathing smarter, not harder, Dorothy can manage her condition with confidence, proving that less water can mean more relief for fragile skin. For someone like 72-year-old George, the daily bathing routine can quietly take a toll on his social and emotional health, far beyond the physical demands. The effort to keep up with frequent showers, navigating slippery bathrooms, battling fatigue, or managing skin irritation can leave seniors feeling drained, anxious, or even isolated. Bariatric psychology research, including studies in the Journal of Gerontology, shows that the stress of demanding hygiene routines can chip away at mental well-being, especially for those already coping with mobility issues or chronic conditions. For George, the physical strain of daily bathing is only part of the story. The time and energy it demands can pull him away from activities that lift his spirits, like chatting with neighbors, playing cards with friends, or tending his porch plants. If bathing leaves him exhausted, he might skip social outings, leading to loneliness, a major risk factor for depression in seniors, per the National Institute on Aging. Again, skin irritation can also make George self-confident, prompting him to avoid gatherings where he feels less confident. The mental burden is real too. For seniors with arthritis or balance issues, the fear of falling in the bathroom looms large, turning each shower into a source of dread rather than refreshment. This anxiety can spill into daily life, making George feel less in control or chaos intimidating. Take George's case. At 72, he's always been social, but daily showers left him so tired he started declining invitations to his weekly book club. Itchy, dry skin from frequent washing made him self-conscious, and the worry of slipping in the tub gnawed at him. A nurse suggested bathing just twice a week, using a handheld shower and spot cleaning with a washcloth. George also began moisturizing daily and wearing breathable clothes. These tweaks freed up energy for socializing, eased his skin woes, and calmed his nerves, helping him reconnect with friends. This approach isn't about cutting corners. It's about prioritizing what keeps George thriving. Studies show reduced bathing lowers stress and boosts mood for seniors. For meaningful connections, by bathing less and focusing on simple, safe hygiene, George can nurture his emotional health, proving that true cleanliness clothes a happy, engaged heart. There you have it, the eye-curing truth about how often seniors like 75-year-old Ruth should bathe after 70, and why less can mean more for staying healthy, safe, and comfortable. We've covered it all: how daily showers can dry out fragile skin, raise the risk of falls, and sap energy. How your body's supersede. We've even explored how overbathing can worsen skin conditions and strain emotional well-being, while smart alternatives like wet wipes and hand washing keep you fresh without the fuss. That's a lot to take in, isn't it? Bathing less isn't about giving up. It's about embracing what keeps you thriving. A few thoughtful tweaks can protect your skin, save energy, and prioritize safety, letting you live with confidence and ease. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing about senior hygiene that surprised you today? Maybe it's swapping daily showers for washcloths, rethinking cleanliness, or realizing falls are a bigger worry than a bit of dirt. Pause and think. What struck you most, and how might you use it in your life or share it with someone you love? Drop your story in the comments below. I'd love to know how this resonates with you or someone like Ruth. In your life, if this video sparked new ideas, give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more life-changing insights. Your support keeps us going, bringing you fresh ways to live smarter and healthier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.